Most riders don't realize this, but the clutch is probably the reason riding still feels harder than it should. Not the bike, not traffic, not fear. The clutch. And the strange part is this: almost every rider uses the clutch on every single ride. Yet very few riders are ever shown how to actually use it properly. They're shown when to use it, they're shown where it is, but not how to make it work for them. I'm Matthew from Autozium, and today we're talking about why most riders are using the clutch wrong, and why that one mistake keeps riding feeling tense, tiring, and harder than it needs to be. Let me start with a question that might sound simple, but matters a lot. If the clutch is such a basic control, why do so many riders struggle with slow speed riding, tight turns, smooth starts, and stop and go traffic? That question bothered me for years, because these aren't beginner only problems. I see experienced riders struggle with this all the time. Riders who've been riding for decades, riders with expensive bikes, riders who look confident until things slow down. That's when the tension shows up. I once rode with a guy named Mike, early 60s. Calm personality, smart rider, rode safely, never reckless, but every slow moment looked stressful. Parking lots, uncomfortable. U-turns, shaky. Traffic jams, tense shoulders, stiff arms. He told me, "I think I just need more confidence." He didn't. He needed to use the clutch differently. And here's the thing: Mike wasn't doing anything wrong on purpose. He was riding the way most people are taught. That's the real issue. The first big mistake most riders make is treating the clutch like an on-off switch. Clutch in, clutch out, done. That works in a car. It does not work well on a motorcycle. On a motorcycle, the clutch is not just for starting and stopping. It's not just there so the engine doesn't stall. The clutch is a control tool. If you only touch the clutch when you start moving or when you stop, you're missing most of what it's meant to do. And when you miss that, riding feels jumpy, nervous, unstable. Here's another mistake that causes a lot of frustration. Most riders fully release the clutch way too early. They start rolling and then let the clutch all the way out immediately. After that, they rely only on the throttle to control speed. That's when problems start. The bike surges forward. The throttle feels touchy. The bike feels like it wants to tip at low speed. That feeling makes riders tense up. And once tension shows up, control goes down. The bike hasn't changed. The road hasn't changed. The way the clutch is being used is the problem. Another very common issue is fear of slipping the clutch. A lot of riders believe that slipping the clutch is bad. They think it damages the bike. They think it wears things out quickly. So they avoid it. They try to get the clutch fully out as fast as possible. That fear causes more problems than it prevents. Motorcycle clutches are designed to be slipped at low speeds. That's normal. That's expected. That's how smooth control happens. What actually damages clutches isn't controlled slipping. It's rough riding, jerky throttle, poor coordination. Slipping the clutch smoothly is not abuse. It's good riding. Here's one of the biggest misunderstandings in motorcycling. Most riders think of the clutch and throttle as two separate controls. Throttle makes the bike go. Clutch connects the engine. And that's it. But on a motorcycle, the clutch and throttle are meant to work together, especially at low speeds. They are not independent tools. They are a team. The throttle controls how much power the engine makes. The clutch controls how much of that power reaches the wheel. When they're blended smoothly, the bike feels calm and stable. When they're used separately, the bike feels nervous and unpredictable. This is why so many riders say slow riding feels scary. They're either using too much throttle with no clutch control or too much clutch with no steady throttle. Both feel bad, both feel unstable, and both make riders think the problem is them. It isn't. Let's talk about the friction zone, because this is where everything changes. The friction zone is the part of the clutch lever travel where the clutch starts to engage. Not fully in, not fully out. This is where the bike begins to move. This is where control lives. At low speeds, the clutch should stay in this zone longer than most riders realize. This is the part most riders are never taught clearly. At low speed, the clutch controls speed more than the throttle does. That sentence alone changes how people ride. Most riders are taught to control speed with the throttle. That works at higher speeds, but at walking pace, parking lot speed, U-turn speed, throttle alone is too rough. Instead, the throttle should be steady and gentle. Not changing much. Speed is adjusted by slightly easing the clutch in or out within the friction zone. That's how smooth movement happens. That's how balance improves. That's how the bike stops feeling like it wants to fall over. When riders hear this for the first time, there's often a pause. Then they say, nobody ever explained it like that. Mike had that moment. I watched him ride for a bit and noticed the pattern. Every time he started moving, he fully released the clutch almost immediately. Then he tried to control everything with throttle. I asked him to do something simple. Keep a little throttle. Stay in the friction zone longer. Don't rush the clutch. At first, it felt strange to him, almost wrong. Then something changed. The bike stopped jumping. The turns became smoother. His arms relaxed without him thinking about it. He finished a tight turn and shook his head. Why does this feel easier? He asked. Because the bike was finally being controlled the way it was designed to be controlled. Here's another important point. The clutch gives you forgiveness. If the bike feels unstable, you can pull the clutch in slightly. If the bike feels rushed, you can slow it smoothly. If something unexpected happens, the clutch buys you time. That's not weakness. That's control. Riders who avoid using the clutch lose that forgiveness. They're either moving or stopping, nothing in between. And riding is full of in-between moments. This is why riders stall at intersections, why they panic in traffic, why they feel nervous during U-turns. They're trying to ride with too few tools. Here's a simple rule that helps a lot of people. At higher speeds, the clutch stays out. At low speeds, the clutch stays involved. Not abused, not pulled all the way in constantly, just involved. That one change can transform how riding feels. If you struggle with parking lots, slow turns, stop and go traffic, or smooth starts, it's not because you lack confidence. It's because you were never shown how to use the clutch as a control tool, and that's not your fault. Most training focuses on passing tests, not on making riding feel calm. Now let's go deeper. Because understanding what to do is one thing. Understanding why it changes everything is where confidence really comes from. One of the biggest problems riders face isn't skill, it's tension. Most riders don't notice how tense they are until something goes wrong. Their shoulders tighten, their grip gets harder, their breathing becomes shallow. The bike starts to feel heavier and harder to control. This tension doesn't come from fear alone, it comes from uncertainty. When a rider doesn't fully trust how the bike will respond, their body prepares for something bad to happen. Even if nothing does, that tension stays. And one of the biggest sources of that uncertainty is poor clutch use. Think about how many moments in riding happen at low speed, starting from a stop, creeping forward in traffic, turning around in a narrow street, parking, filtering slowly, riding over rough or uneven ground. These are the moments where riders feel exposed. There's less momentum, less balance, help from speed. Every input matters more. If the clutch is treated like an on-off switch in these moments, the bike feels unpredictable. Sometimes it jumps forward, sometimes it stalls, sometimes it feels like it's about to tip. The rider reacts by gripping harder and rushing decisions. That's not confidence. That's survival mode. Now here's the important part. Good clutch use removes the need for survival mode. When the clutch stays involved at low speed, the rider always has an escape option. If something feels wrong, the clutch can be pulled in slightly. If the bike feels too fast, power can be reduced smoothly. If balance feels off, movement can be slowed without braking. This changes how the brain reacts. The rider feels options instead of danger, and confidence grows quietly from that. Another common mistake riders make is using the brakes to control low-speed movement instead of the clutch. They roll on the throttle, then tap the brake to slow down, then add throttle again. This back and forth creates instability. The bike moves, slows, moves again. It feels messy. At low speed, brakes are not the main tool for speed control. The clutch is. Brakes are for stopping. The clutch is for shaping movement. When riders rely too much on brakes at low speed, they fight the bike instead of guiding it. Here's another issue that shows up a lot. Riders rush the clutch because they're afraid of stalling. They think staying in the friction zone too long will cause problems. So they release the clutch quickly to get it over with. This creates the exact problem they're trying to avoid. The bike lurches, balance suffers, throttle becomes jerky. Stalling isn't caused by using the clutch too long. Stalling happens when the clutch and throttle are not working together. A steady throttle and a smooth clutch prevent stalls better than rushing ever will. Now let's talk about slow turns and U-turns, because this is where everything becomes obvious. Most riders approach a slow turn with the clutch fully out. They enter the turn with little speed and try to balance using body position and throttle alone. The bike feels unstable. They panic slightly. They add throttle. The bike surges. Now the turn feels worse. This is why riders say, "I'm just bad at U-turns." They're not bad. They're missing the clutch. When the clutch stays in the friction zone during a slow turn, several good things happen. Power delivery becomes smooth. The bike feels lighter. Speed is controlled without sudden changes. If the bike starts to feel unstable, the rider can pull the clutch in slightly instead of reacting sharply. That small movement brings calm back instantly. This is not advanced riding. This is basic control that most riders never practice. Another big issue is mental overload. When riders misuse the clutch, they have too many things to manage at once. Throttle, brakes, balance, fear of stalling, fear of tipping. That's a lot. Proper clutch use simplifies riding. Throttle stays steady. Clutch adjusts speed. Brakes are used less. Fewer things demand attention. That mental space makes riding feel easier, even if nothing else changes. Now let's talk about traffic. Stop and go traffic is where bad clutch habits really drain riders. They fully release the clutch, then pull it all the way in, over and over again. Each start feels rushed. Each stop feels tense. The bike never feels settled. When the clutch stays lightly engaged during slow traffic, movement becomes smooth and relaxed. The rider creeps forward easily. Stops are gentle. Starts are calm. The bike feels cooperative instead of stubborn. This reduces fatigue more than people realize. Many riders feel exhausted after traffic riding and think it's stress or fear. Often, it's just poor clutch technique making every movement harder than it needs to be. Let's talk about confidence again. Confidence is not something you force. You don't think your way into confidence. You build confidence by removing chaos. The clutch does that. When riders start using the clutch correctly, they stop being surprised by the bike's behavior. Surprises create fear. Predictability creates calm. Mike experienced this. After practicing staying in the friction zone, his riding didn't suddenly become aggressive or flashy. It became quiet. His movements slowed. His breathing relaxed. His riding looked boring in the best way. That's good riding. Another important point most riders never hear. Good clutch control protects you from mistakes. If you accidentally add too much throttle, the clutch can soften it. If your balance feels off, the clutch can slow things down. If your line isn't perfect, the clutch gives time to adjust. Riders who don't use the clutch this way have no buffer. Everything happens at full strength. That's stressful. Now let's clear up one more misunderstanding. Using the clutch properly does not mean riding the clutch all the time. At higher speeds, the clutch should be fully out. Once the bike is stable and moving smoothly, the clutch can rest. The mistake is avoiding the clutch when it's actually needed. Low speed is where it matters most. Here's a simple way to think about it. If the bike feels nervous, the clutch should be involved. If the bike feels settled, the clutch can relax. This keeps riding smooth without overthinking. Let's talk about practice. Most riders never practice clutch control on purpose. They just ride. But improvement comes faster when you practice slowly and intentionally. Parking lots are perfect for this. Practice smooth starts without rushing the clutch. Practice staying in the friction zone longer than feels normal. Practice slow turns while gently adjusting the clutch. No pressure, no speed, no performance, just control. This kind of practice builds muscle memory. And muscle memory is what shows up when things get stressful. Finally, let's talk about the mindset shift. You don't need to be braver. You don't need a lighter bike. You don't need years of experience. You need better use of the tools you already have. The clutch is not a problem to get rid of. It's a solution you haven't been shown. Once you stop treating it like a switch and start treating it like a control tool, riding changes quietly. Slow riding gets easier. Traffic becomes manageable. Tight spaces stop feeling scary, and confidence builds without forcing it. Not loud, not dramatic, just calm, steady control. That's what good riding feels like. Ride smooth, ride patient, and I'll see you in the next one.